Welcome everyone. We'll start today's session with small Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devai Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyat Deshatarine. Okay, I'll just move a bit. Yes. Okay, so who can tell me just a small recap from what we did last time? Anyone? Gidanshu Prabhu, were you there last time?
Hare Krishna Puri, I was there, but I don't remember. Sorry.
You don't remember how Bhagavad-gītā starts?
Yes, Puri, I know how
So
Bhagavad-gītā
just
starts. It
go
is
ahead. Whatever you know, you just let us know.
so. It is basically in the first verse, Dhritarashtra asks Sanjay what is going on in the battlefield of the Kurukshetra, and then Sanjay started telling how things going on. Like Duryodhan went to Dronacharya, and he asked Dronacharya. Like he's told Dronacharya that your Sishyas are in front of me, uh, and it is this Sena is led by uh, Bhim and your one more Drishtadhyum, to whom you taught, and here all these things are happening. Like then he went to his then he was not talking to Bhishma Pitama, but he was trying to tell his uh, like how can I explain? He was trying to glorify the army of the enemies, like Pandavas, how they are, how much they are, what is their strength. Then when he saw he might be demotivating other people, his own army, then he started telling about his strengths of his army, like it is led by Dronacharya and leaders like Bhishma Pitama, who is very strong leader. In the same time, then he also said like these are the leaders who are leading us, but we also have to save them all. So he is also trying to motivate his army member to protect them as well when enemies are attacking. Apart from this, one more
Okay.
incident happened
Thank you,
over there.
Prabhu. That's okay. That's okay. Aishani, you go.
So, Prabhuji, what I remember from the last class was that after this point, it also said in the Bhagavad-gītā that all the armies were playing their conch shells, and it was like making a thunderous sound or some sounds.
Okay. And do you remember any verses until the first 13?
I remember
Which one?
1.3.
Okay. Can you recite, please?
Paschitaಂ Pandaputranam Acharyam Mahatim Chamum Vyudam Drupata Paschena Tava Shishina Drimata.
Very nice. And what's the translation?
So here Krishna, Duryodhana is saying to his guru that you have settled the army so well that you have also included Drishtidyum son of Drupad.
No, so he says, your disciple has very expertly arranged this army. Okay, so that's what the meaning is. Okay, thank you. So, a small recap is that Bhagavad Gita starts with a question. Dhritarashtra, the blind king, he is asking a question that after my son and the son of my brother Pandu assemble, what did they do? So, from the second verse, Sanjay, who is the disciple of Ved Vyas, he goes on explaining what happened in during the war from the very first day. Remember, this is after first 10 days, and when Bhishma Pitama was down in the battle, then the news reaches it reaches the blind king, and Dhritaraj then calls Sanjay, and then this conversation takes place. And after that, Sanjay proceeds saying that your son Duryodhan, he went and he assessed the army, and the conversation that took place on the warfield, he narrates that to his superior, his king. So now we'll begin with the 14th verse, where our hero, that is Krishna and Arjun, they enter the battlefield. So Aishani, do you want to recite this one? Please raise your hands, and Chaitanya Prabhu here, he will align you.
Yes, Prabhuji. Tata Shvetirharyukte Mahati Shandani Stito Madhava Pandavascheva Divyo Shankho Pradamatu Dhamut.
Yes.
On the other side, both Lord Krishna and Arjun, stationed on a great chariot drawn by white horses, sounded their transcendental conch shells.
Yeah, thank you. So we did discuss this, that the shlok that we read is spoken by Lord Krishna, Sanjay, Dhritarashtra, and Arjun. So no one can alter or change these. Okay. The translation, the beauty of the version that we are reading, that is called Bhagavad-gītā, as it is because the founder Acharya Prabhupada, what he has done is he has given the meaning to each word. Tatah means thereafter, Shvetar means with white, Hayer, Yukte. So if you see the synonyms, he has given you word to word meaning and then translated is. That is why it is called Bhagavad Gita as it is, or Hindi it is called Yatha Roop, meaning the way it was spoken on the battlefield. Prabhupada has translated that and given us. And now you see the purport. So, what is this? It is very difficult for us to just read the translation and understand what's happening. So, our acharyas, acharya means our teachers who are in this spiritual line, they consult with each other like faculties, and then they come up with the elaborate expansion of translation that is called purport. So here this purport is written by A.C. Bhaktivedanta, Abhay Charna Ravindra Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and he has consulted many of his senior acharyas, his god brothers, his spiritual masters, and then he has come up with this purports. And Baldev Vidyabhushan is the originals, the OG who has written the purport to this Bhagavad Gita that we are reading today. So after few sessions, we'll get to that as well. Then how did this uh, version of Bhagavad Gita came about? Okay. So let's see the purport and we'll thank Prabhupada. So all glories to Srila Prabhupada. In contrast with the conch shell blown by Bhishma Dev, the conch shells in the hands of Krishna and Arjuna are described as transcendental. Now, what is this transcendental? In Hindi, the word means divya. Transcendental means to transcend. Transcend. What transcend mean? To go beyond something. So anything that is beyond this material world and completely spiritual is called transcendental. Okay. So Bhishma Dev and the Kauravas, they blew their conch shells, bugle, trumpets, and they were so puffed up. And there was this war cry, we remember from the last verse. But nothing much happened there. But the conch shells in the hands of Krishna and Arjuna are described as transcendental. The sounding of the transcendental conch shells indicated that there was no hope of victory for the other side because Krishna was on the side of the Pandavas. Victory is always with persons like the sons of Pandu because Lord Krishna is associated with them. And whenever and wherever the Lord is present, the goddess of fortune is also there because the goddess of fortune never lives alone without her husband. Therefore, victory and fortune were awaiting Arjun, as indicated by the transcendental sound produced by the conch shell of Vishnu or Lord Krishna. Besides that, the chariot on which both the friends were seated had been donated by Agni, the fire god, to Arjun, and this indicated that this chariot was capable of conquering all sides wherever it was drawn over the three worlds. So before the war began, Lord Krishna asked Arjun to do some sacrifices and meet some great personalities, demigods. So Arjun does that, and then he gets many gifts from great demigods like Agni Dev. So remember all these things. Agni Dev is the fire god, and he gave the chariot to Arjun. Then Arjun also fought and pleased Lord Shiva, and he also got gift from Lord Shiva. He got gift from his father also, that is Indradev. He's a portion of Indradev as well. So he pleased many demigods and got gifts. Now let's go to the next one. 15th.
Yes, Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. पाञ्चजन्यं ऋषिकेशो देवदत्तं धनञ्जय पौण्ड्रं दध्मो महाशङ्खं भीमकर्मावृकोदर. Translation: Lord Krishna blew his conch shell, called Panchajanya. Arjun blew the Devadat, and Bhim, the voracious eater and performer of Herculean tasks, blew his terrific conch shell, called Pondra.
Yeah, so everyone, please remember all these things. Krishna's conch shell is called Panchajanya. Arjun's is called Devadatta. Bhim's is called Pondra. So there are 6 conch shells named. In the next class, I'm going to ask you. Okay, so let's see the purport. Lord Krishna is referred to as Rishikesh in this verse because he is the owner of all senses. So again, remember this. Rishi Kesh. What is the meaning? Here it is said, Panchajanyam Rishi Kesho. Now this is very interesting that in Bhagavad-gītā you will see different names by which Krishna and Arjun, they are both addressed. So here this is Krishna, Rishikesho, okay, and Dhananjay Arjun is referred as Dhananjay. So we'll come to that why. So first thing first, Rishikesh, Krishna, the Lord who directs the senses of the devotees, because here Krishna is taking hold of Arjun's chariot. That means he is directing Arjun in this war. That is why the name Rishikesh. And the second meaning is also that Krishna is the master of senses. He knows what's going on in anyone's mind. So that is also the meaning of the name Rishikesh. So the living entities are part and parcel of him, of whom? Krishna. And therefore the senses of the living entities are also part and parcel of his senses. The impersonalists cannot account for the senses of the living entities, and therefore they are always anxious to describe all living entities as senseless or impersonal. Now, this word has been introduced here, impersonalist, and we will see throughout the scripture this word is going to be repeated. So let's understand what it means. Person, we know, like I am sitting here as a person, we are meeting in person, meaning I can see most of you. If your cameras are on, you can see me. So we are personified, we are people. Impersonal means that someone has no form or shape. They are just like, energy, light, nature. Because many people mistakenly assume that God is impersonal. He has no form. He doesn't look like a person. He is just, some sort of light, some energy. And many people, like, it is very wonderful to know that if you meet, especially I met people from the western part of the world as well, from Spain, Italy, and other countries. And whenever this topic of God came about, their conception was that God, or whatever we call him, is an energy. We cannot see, we cannot perceive him. It's just some energy. So most of them fall into this category of impersonalism. That is why this word is very important to understand. And as per the Vedic Shastra, that is wrong. God is a person. So the impersonalists cannot account for the senses of the living entities, and therefore they are always anxious to describe all living entities as senseless or impersonal. The Lord, situated in the hearts of all living entities, directs their senses. Now again here you would say that we are sitting here talking, so why is it that it is said they cannot account for the senses of the living entities, and therefore they are always anxious to describe all living entities as senseless or impersonal? It is because their theory is Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. So as per the impersonalist, this world does not exist. This is like a dream. We are all dreaming, and this is not happening. This is what they say, that this is just like a dream, and this is not happening. In reality, it is all false. It is an illusion. It is fake, meaning I'm not talking to you, you are not listening to me. So this is why that is a wrong concept. This is very real. We are discussing with each other. We are reading, we are hearing, we are in a discussion here. So the Lord, situated in the hearts of all living entities, directs their senses, but he directs in terms of the surrender of the living entity, and in the case of a pure devotee, he directly controls the senses. Here, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the Lord directly controls the transcendental senses of Arjun, and thus his particular name of Rishikesh. The Lord has different names according to his different activities. For example, now pay attention. His name is Madhusudan because he killed the demon of the name Madhu. So there are 12 forests of Vraja, and the topmost, the first forest is called Madhuvan, and this is where Lord Krishna killed a demon by the name Madhu. So his name became Madhusudan. So far, remember, we have two names of Krishna. First is Rishikesh, meaning he is the master of senses. Second name is Madhusudan because he killed a demon by the name Madhu. His name is Govind because he gives pleasure to the cows and to the senses. So Golok Vrindavan we say, right? What is the meaning of go? It has two meanings. One is cows. The cows are called Gau or Go. And also the mind is called Go. So who gives pleasure means whenever the mind or the cows, they see Krishna, they feel Krishna, they become very happy. And also that is why the word comes, this is where the word comes also, Goswami. Someone who has mastered their senses, control their senses, are called Goswami. Go again means senses, okay? So the third name is Govinda. His name is Vasudev because he appeared as the son of Vasudev. His name is Devaki Nandan because he accepted Devaki as his mother. His name is Yashoda Nandan because he awarded his childhood pastimes to Yashoda at Vrindavan. His name is Parth Sarthi because he worked as charioteer of his friend Arjun. Arjun is called Parth. Why? Because Arjun's mother's name is Pritha. Son of Pritha becomes Partha, is called Partha. And Sarthi means charioteer. Because Krishna is Arjun's charioteer, he is called Parth Sarthi. His name is Rishikesh because he gave direction to Arjun on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Arjun is referred to as Dhananjay in this verse because he helped his elder brother in fetching wealth when it was required by the king to make expenditures for different sacrifices. Similarly, Bhim is known as Vrikodar because he could eat as voraciously as he could perform Herculean tasks such as killing the demon Hidimba. So the particular type of conch shell blown by the different personalities on the side of the Pandavas, beginning with the lords, were all very encouraging to the fighting soldiers. On the other side, there were no such credits, nor the presence of Lord Krishna, the supreme director, nor that of the goddess of fortune. So they were predestined to lose the battle, and that was the message announced by the sounds of the conch shells. So let's see the name Dhananjay. Dhan means money, okay, wealth, and Jay means someone who won over the wealth is called Dhananjay. So once there was this Rajasuya Yagya. It's a great ceremony, and that requires a great amount of funds. For instance, let's like when we do Janmashtami, we do Radha Ashtami, Rath Yatra, so we need money for that. So Arjun was given this task to go and collect money, and it was a huge amount of money, and Arjun did that. He collected that fund. That is why he got the name Dhananjay. And then Bhim is called Vrikodar. Vrikodar means he can eat, he can just eat too much. Once what happened was that Bhimsen, he was going to meet Krishna in Dwarka. So Krishna he was the king of Dwarka, Krishna. And that time Krishna was taking lunch, he was having lunch. So Bhimsen goes onto the door and then he says to the doorkeeper that please go and tell Krishna that I have come to meet him. Krishna and Bhim, the Pandavas, they are cousins, they are brothers. So the doorkeeper goes to relay the message to Krishna. And then thinks that Krishna is my brother. Why do I have to take permission to meet my own brother? So let me just go inside. So now Bhim is coming. And Krishna, very sarcastically, as soon as he sees that Bhim is coming, he is eating lunch, he tells his wife, Rukmini, that please hide everything. You know that fatty, Motu, he has come. So he just wanted to tease his cousin brother. And then Bhim, he heard that. I mean, Krishna deliberately wanted Bhim to hear because he was just having this, sarcastic remarks on Bhim because Bhim used to eat a lot. And then Bhim comes and he says, oh, really? You're calling me a fat person, Motu? What about you? You are the fattest person inside. He actually called him Bhukkad. Bhukkad means one who eats too much. So he said, you are the bigger, you are the best among all the Bhukkads. You know why? Because I can eat at max how much? I can eat probably 200, 300 kachoris or puris at one time. I could probably eat 50, 60 pizzas at once. But you can eat the entire universe. And you showed that to your mother when you were young, when you were just less than 5 year old. You opened your mouth and your mother saw the entire universe inside your belly, your tummy. So now tell me, who is a bigger Bhukkad now here? Who can eat more? So this is how these cousins, they would take a dig at each other, they would play around with each other. But Bhimsen, he used to eat a lot when they were in exile. So whatever food they used to collect and cook, so there were how many of them? There were six, the five brothers, Bhim, Arjun, Yudhishthir, Nakul, and Sahadev, and their wife, that was Draupadi. So what they would do was their mother, Kunti, she would, when they prepared the food will be distributed into 50-50. 50% of the food went for Bhim, and the remaining 50 that was distributed equally to the remaining five of them. So this is how much he could eat. Once what happened was that Arjun, he woke up in the middle of the night from his bedroom to get water from the fridge. So he goes and he saw in the kitchen, he heard some noise coming in the kitchen. And as soon as he switched on the light, what he sees is Bhim is eating in the dark night. So Arjun was amazed. He said, brother, this is like 2 o'clock in the night. It is complete dark. How can you eat in such a dark situation? Bhim said, what is so wonderful about it? I know where my hand is and I know where my mouth is. You just need to pick up the food and enter your stuff inside your mouth. That's it. Now Arjun was so amazed and impressed by this. He said, if my brother, who is so passionate about eating, can eat in the dead night, in dark night, why can't I practice in dark night? So that is one of the reasons as well. Arjun started practicing in night as well, and he became the greatest archer in the world, and he got another name called Gudakesh. So we'll come to that as well when the name appears on the verse. Okay. So yeah, that is the story of Bhim and Arjun. Now coming to 16 to 18th verses. Who is going to
Yes,
recite?
Gitanjali Prabhu.
Yes. Do you want the Hindi version or the English one, Prabhu?
Prabhuji, English one would be better.
Okay.
अनंत विजयम राजा कुंती पुत्रो युधिष्ठिरा नकुल सहदेवश्च सुघोष मणिपुष्पकौ कश्याश्च परमावेशा शिखंडी च महारथा दृष्टद्युम्न विराटश्च सात्यकीश्च पराजिता द्रुपदेश्च सर्वश्च पृथ्वीपते सौभद्रश्च महाबाहो सांख्यान् ददः पृथक् पृथक्. Translation. Translation: the son of Kunti blew his conch shells, the Anant Vijay, and Nakul and Sahadev blew the Sughosh and Mani Pushpak. The great archer, the king of Kashi, the fighter Shikhandi, Dhishtadyum, Virat, the unconquerable Satyaki, Draupad, the son of Draupadi, and others, O king, such as mighty Aham, son of Subhadra, all blew their respective conch shells.
Thank you, Prabhu. So we got the three shank from the previous verse, that is Krishna's, that is called Panch Janya. Then Devdutt belongs to Arjun and Pondra belongs to Bhim. Now here Maharaj Yudhishthir's conch shell's name is Ananta Vijay. Remember this, okay? Nakul and Sahadev's conch shell are called Sughosh and Mani Pushpak respectively. These are very transcendental, so that's why we are recalling the names again and again, because when we take the name of something transcendental, we also purify our consciousness. Okay, so let's see the purport. Sanjay informed King Dhritarashtra very tactfully that his unwise policy of deceiving the sons of Pandu and endeavoring to enthrone his own sons on the seat of the kingdom was not very laudable. The signs already clearly indicated that the whole Kuru dynasty would be killed in the great battle, beginning with the grandsire Bhishma down to the grandsons like Abhimanyu and others, including kings from many states of the world. All were present there, and all were doomed. The whole catastrophe was due to King Dhritarashtra because he encouraged the policy followed by his sons. So that is why when we take side of someone who is in the wrong, be prepared to be doomed. This is the message of this verse. When we know that someone is wrong, we choose the wrong person as our prime minister or our leaders. Why? Because they are promising us something that is false, that is wrong. Maybe they're promising us liquor or money, as you can see in most of the villages in different parts of the world. And this is a disease in all part of the world. And then you see the whole village, the whole city, everything gets ruined because of the wrong selection or because we are making sides with the wrong person. So here Sanjay is informing Dhritarashtra that not only you, but your whole dynasty, Kuru dynasty, will be killed in the great battle. So we need to pick our side very carefully. Now, what it means to you and I, what it means to us, every day when we wake up, we are in the battlefield. Remember, this Gita was spoken on the battlefield. Why? Because we actually make excuses that our life is so busy, we cannot, we don't have the time to read, we don't have the time to listen to anyone. That is why Krishna deliberately spoke this Bhagavad-gītā on the battlefield, because he wanted us to know that when Arjun, who is going on the most important mission of his life, can take out time to hear Bhagavad-gītā, why can't we do that? Right? And the second thing is that our life is a battlefield every single day. Every day when we wake up, there are so many thoughts inside our brains, tiny little brains, and there is a fight. Shall I do this? Shall I do that? Someone is in a very bad phase in their life, depression, anxiety. There is heartbreak. There is so many things. There is anxiousness of will I get crack this interview? So many things are going on, right? And then always remember we have two choices. Every day when we wake up, there are two choices. Either we take sides with Krishna, like Arjun did, or we take side with Maya, like the Kurus. If we take sides with Maya, then as Sanjay is predicting here, our life will be doomed and we would be killed in this battle called life. If we take side with Krishna, then we are going to when, like Parikshit Maharaj or like Arjun, both of them heard. One heard directly from Krishna, Arjun is hearing directly from Krishna, and then there is another scripture that I mentioned in the last class called Bhagavatam, where Parikshit Maharaj heard directly the stories of Krishna from Shukadev Goswami, and both won in their life. So, this is the test life is going to put us every single day, and every day we need to choose our side very carefully. For example, when this war was about to begin, Arjun and Duryodhan both went to see Krishna to ask for something. Krishna was sleeping at that time. So Arjun, he goes and he sits near the feet of Krishna. And Duryodhan was very arrogant. He sat at the side, near the shoulder of Krishna. So Krishna is sleeping. As soon as he opened his eye, first he saw Arjun, because he was standing right in front of him, near his feet. So Krishna then saw, oh, Duryodhan, you also came here. So what is the purpose? Why both of you came? So both said, we have come to ask something from you because the war is going to begin. So Krishna says that because I saw Arjun first, I will give him the choice first. So Duryodhan was a bit shocked at it, and he was a bit tensed now. And what was it that they wanted to ask? There were two choices. First choice was Krishna's army, Narayani Sena. That was very powerful. It was completely out of this world, so powerful army. And the second choice was Krishna. But then Krishna said that I am not going to pick any weapon in this war. So, one, you have hundreds and millions of people who are all very powerful, and they are Krishna's army, the Narayani Sena. Either you can pick them or you can pick me, but I am not going to fight in this war. And the first choice was Arjun's. Now, Duryodhan's heart is beating fast because he thought if Arjun is going to pick the Narayani Sena, then I am doomed. But to Duryodhan's surprise, what happened? Arjun says, Krishna, this is not even a choice. I will choose you over and over again. Now Duryodhan in his mind thinks, what a fool, Arjun. You should have picked the army. But then immediately says, okay, fine. Now it is decided. Arjun gets Krishna and I gets Krishna's army. So you see, this is what we are doing every day. Narayani Sena means Maya for all of us. So every day we are picking and choosing Maya. But Arjun was so intelligent that he picked Krishna. And that is the day actually Arjun wins the war. Because at the end of the war, what happens is everyone starts asking the question, who was the best warrior? Who was the best among this, among all of us? And then they said, oh Arjun, you were the best. Oh Bhim, you were the best. This was the best person. That was the best person. So they all said, let's go to Barbarik, who has seen the entire war. And they go to Barbarik, and Barbarik says, you're all fools. The best fighter of this war was Krishna. He killed everyone in this battlefield, even though he did not pick a single shastra or weapon. So this is how Krishna protects if we choose Krishna. Okay, moving ahead, verse 19.
Yes, Nishchit Prabhu.
Oh, thank you, Prabhu. Sagosho drashtanam hrudayani vyadrayata nabascha prithvim chaiva tumyo vyarunadyam.
Translation.
The blowing of these different councils became uproarious, vibrating both in the sky and on the earth. It shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Sorry, that was uproarious. You're right. Yeah.
Okay.
Purport.
Thank you.
When Bhishma and the others on the side of Duryodhan blew their respective conch shells, there was no heartbreaking on the part of the Pandavas. Such occurrences are not mentioned, but in this particular verse, it is mentioned that the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra were shattered by the sounds vibrated by the Pandavas' party. This is due to the Pandavas and their confidence in Lord Krishna, One who takes shelter of the Supreme Lord has nothing to fear, even in the midst of the greatest calamity. Like we know the story of Prahlad Maharaj. He was like, a tongue that is covered by 32 teeth, sharp objects. And this tongue is in such a vulnerable position that the teeth can anytime, cut the tongue. So, similarly, that was the position of Prahlad Maharaj. His greatest enemy was the most formidable person, and that was his own father. So there was no Garda, no prime minister who could have saved Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad was just 5 years old, but he was never fearful. Why? Because he did not choose Krishna's army, he chose Krishna. And then Krishna came as Narsimhadev, Mahavatar, to save his 5 year old disciple. So if we take sides with Krishna every single day when we choose Krishna, then what happens is we will become fearless. Moving ahead, 20th.
Yes, Shani.
अतः व्यवस्थितं दृष्ट्वा धरस्त्राङ्कपि ध्वजं प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते धनुरुद्यमपाण्डवा शशिकेशं तदा वाक्यम् इदाहमहीपते. At that time, Arjun, the son of Pandu, seated in the chariot, bearing the flag marked with Hanuman, took up his bow and prepared to shoot his arrows. O king, after looking at the sons of Dhritarashtra drawn in military array, Arjun then spoke to Lord Krishna these words.
Thank you. This is my favorite words from the first chapter. So let's see what it says. The battle was just about to begin. It is understood from the above statement that the sons of Dhritarashtra were more or less disheartened by the unexpected arraignment of military force by the Pandavas, who were guided by the direct instructions of Lord Krishna on the battlefield. Now, the Kurus, the Kauravas, they have 11 Akshoni Senas, and the Pandavas have 7, 4 less. And they have so many great warriors. So the Kauravas, they have Karna, they have Bhishma, they have Dron, they have Kripacharya, who is Chiranjeevi, immortal. They have so many great warriors actually. And here on the other side there is Krishna, but he is not going to fight. So they have Arjun and Bhim, the most ferocious warriors. But still, these people, Dhritarashtra's son, they are so much anxious and they are disheartened. Now, the emblem of Hanuman on the flag of Arjun is another sign of victory because Hanuman cooperated with Lord Ram in the battle between Ram and Ravan. And Lord Ram emerged victorious. Now, both Ram and Hanuman were present on the chariot of Arjun to help him. Lord Krishna is Ram himself, and wherever Lord Ram is, his eternal servitor Hanuman and his eternal consort Sita, the goddess of fortune, are present. Therefore, Arjun had no cause to fear any enemies whatsoever. And above all, the Lord of the senses, Lord Krishna, was personally present to give him direction. Thus, all good counsel was available to Arjun in the matter of executing the battle in such auspicious conditions arranged by the Lord for his eternal devotee lay the signs of assured victory. So, we have two stories with Hanumanji on the flag of Arjun. So, in this battle, Arjun had this chariot that was gifted by, who can please raise your hand? The new people. Nishchit Prabhu. Do you remember who gave the chariot to Arjun?
Agni?
Yes, it was Agni Dev who gave. So Arjun's, and who was the someone else? Shabri, do you know who was the charioteer of Arjun? Do we have Shabri on the call?
Krishna?
Krishna, perfect, thank you. And then Arjun had Lord Hanuman sitting on the flag. So on the top of the chariot there were flags, and on the flag of Arjun there was Hanumanji. Now we have two very different Two very interesting stories of how Hanumanji came onto the flag of Arjun. The first story is that once Bhim, he wanted to uh, get some flowers for his wife. So he was going, and on the path there was a big, huge monkey who was lying down. So Bhim became a bit irritated. He said, "Oh, old monkey, why are you lying down in my path? Just take a side and let me move ahead." So he was a bit rude. Bhimsen was a bit rude when he said that. So the monkey was not very happy about the tone of Bhimsen. He said that, "You know what, I am an old monkey. I cannot move much. So can you please just move my body? You see, I am unable to move anymore." So first of all Bhim, he was reluctant. He said, "Oh no, I don't touch monkeys." But then he was a bit annoyed. He said, "I have to go and get this flower for my wife. So let me do that." So then Bhim, what happened was he tried to move the tail of the monkey. So he tried casually. He thought it's just a ordinary monkey. I'm going to move his tail. So the tail did not move at all. Then he put a bit of pressure. Now, Bhimsen, we have discussed in our last class how strong is Bhimsen. When he was a child and he fell on the rock cracked. So that is how, strong he is. Now, he applied a bit of pressure. Again, the tail could not move. He applied more pressure. Again, the tail could not move. Now he started doubting himself. What's happening here? Then he used his complete strength of one hand, and again the tail he could not just move even an inch of that tail. He applied both his hands and his 100% power to move the tail. And again, the same result. Nothing happened. The tail was as it was before. And then he started sweating, Bhimsen, and with folded hands, his arrogance and everything went away. And he started shivering and asked the monkey, "Who are you? You cannot be an ordinary person." And then that monkey, he jumped and stood his ground, and then he said, "I am Pavanputra Hanuman." And then there was goosebumps in the body of Bhimsen. And immediately he said that, "I am also the son of God Wind. So we are brothers." And they both hugged, they embraced each other. And he says, "I am so happy that I met you, O Hanumanji. We are going on this war. Can you please be on my side in this war?" And Hanuman said, "Because we are brothers, we both have same father as Vayudev. So definitely I am going to be in your side and I'm going to help you." And Hanumanji is said to be, it's very important lesson now that we are going to learn from Hanumanji. First, let's go to the second story and then we'll come back. Remind me that I have to get to that lesson. Now, the second story is with Arjun. What happens is the same thing continues. In the morning, Arjun has to fetch some flowers to worship Krishna. So he goes on into a garden, and in that garden, he selects the best flowers that he could, plucks the flower, and he starts walking away. As he's walking away, he hears one sound coming, and that sound says, "Oh thief, where are you going?" So Arjun sees here and there. He says, "Where is this sound coming from?" He sees there is a monkey who is sitting. And he says, "What did you say?" "I said you are a thief." "Why?" "Because you come to my garden and you pluck flowers, you don't take my permission, and you are going back with the flowers. A thief does that. You are stealing." So then the monkey says, "Okay, tell me, why did you get these flowers?" So Arjun says, "I got the flowers for Krishna to worship him." So the monkey says, "Oh, Krishna, it's fine. You can go." Arjun says, "Why? What changed now?" He says, "When the god is a thief himself, the devotee will be a thief." So Hanumanji was actually pranking. He was being sarcastic. But Arjun, he became serious. He got offended. He says, "How dare you call my god Krishna a thief?" Oh, everyone knows he is not just a thief. He is the biggest thief of all times. No No thief in this world can compete with Krishna. Oh, really? Yes. Prove it. He says, see, when someone steals something, then they are sent to prison, jail. Your God was born in prison. So now you can see no thief in this world can compare to your God. Now Arjun was burning, with anger. How dare you call? And all the arguments are legit, right? Krishna indeed was born in prison, and he used to steal butter, he used to steal the clothes of gopis, he used to steal everything. So Arjun is really mad at. He says, "Oh, really, old monkey? Who is your god? You tell me." So he says, "My god is Lord Ramchandra." Oh, really? That Ram who had to take help from monkeys to build the bridge over Indian Ocean to cross and fight with Ravan? If I were present, and if your Ram would have just told me once, I would have shot an arrow and I would have made the bridge across the Indian Ocean. We all know the story from Ramayana, that the bridge was made by the monkeys, and then Lord Ram and the monkeys, they cross the bridge and go to Lanka. So Arjun says, I would have made that bridge in just one arrow, with one arrow. That is how powerful I am. So what you speak about your God, he took help from monkeys actually. So Hanumanji said, okay, really, you could make that bridge with one arrow? I would jump and break the bridge in just one blow. Now there was this verbal argument amidst both of them. So Arjun said, oh, really? So okay, challenge accepted. Let's do this now. I will make a bridge with just one arrow. Hanumanji said, I will break with just one jump. Okay, fine. Arjun says, I am a Kshatriya and I give you. The Arjun is really, very angry and upset and disappointed that Krishna was called thief. So he says, if you break my bridge, I am going to commit suicide in front of you. Hanumanji said, so be it. Let's do this. So it was settled. And then Arjun, he then shoots an arrow, and a big bridge was made across one of the ocean over there. And then Hanumanji, he says Jai Shri Ram and jumps over the bridge, and the bridge breaks into pieces. Arjun cannot believe, really, is Hanumanji so strong? But then he says, I gave you my word, I am a Kshatriya, that Pran jaye par vachan na jaye, meaning I can die for my words. I am going to die now. So Hanumanji said that Arjun, it was just, a friendly joke, a friendly thing. Please don't take it too seriously. We were joking. I mean, I cannot call Krishna a thief. It was just a joke. Please don't mind it. Arjun said, no, words have been spoken. I'm going to lay down my life now. So Arjun, becoming too sentimental, what he does is he shoots another arrow, and then there is a pyre, a deathbed made, and then he also shoots another arrow, and there is fire, and he's about to jump and commit suicide there. So Hanumanji becomes tensed. What to do? So he starts meditating and he starts calling Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna immediately appears as a Brahmana boy. And Krishna comes and says, what is the chaos? What's going on here? What is this all fire about? So then they both explain the situation. Krishna says, the baby boy says, oh, really? That is the thing. Your your bet is not complete. So they are both shocked. Why? He said, see, one of you put the bet, the other one, they accepted the bet, but who is the judge? There has to be a third person, the judge. What if the second person cheated? They go, oh, yeah, that's right. So Krishna, the baby boy, says, let's redo everything. The whole bet needs to be repeated. Now Hanumanji is thinking, Krishna, I called you so that you can take him back and pacify him. Now you want him to die again, one more time? But Krishna just gestures Hanumanji, just play along. So again, the bet is placed, and Arjun again shoots an arrow, a bridge is made. And this time what happens is Krishna, he takes Kurma avatar. Kurma is tortoise avatar. The avatar that he took when there was Samudra, the churning of the ocean, buttermilk was going on. So Krishna sits beneath that bridge as tortoise. Hanumanji jumps over the bridge doesn't break. So the baby boy says, the baby Brahmana says that Arjun, is indeed the winner of this bet. Now Arjun says that, wow, I won this war. So now Hanumanji, you will have to do something that I ask of you. Hanumanji says, yes, I would do anything that you ask now. So as Arjun was about to ask, Krishna says, no, don't ask now. I will tell you when the right time comes. Now, when they decided the war is going to take place between Pandavas and the Kauravas, Krishna goes to Arjun and he reminds him, remember, you had won a bet against Hanumanji. Now is the time you go and call him and you request him that please be on our side during this war. So Arjun says to Krishna, I am not going alone to meet Hanumanji. Krishna says, why? Because he said, last time I almost lost my life. So he is very dangerous. Please accompany me. So Krishna says, okay, fine, we'll go together. So Krishna and Arjun both go to Hanumanji to request him to fight with their side, from their side. Hanumanji says, of course, I will fight, but I have a condition. What is the condition? The condition is that, Krishna, you will have to tell me stories while we fight. And Krishna goes, what? This is a war. It's a world war. There will be missiles. It will be so chaotic. It will be so noisy. How do you expect me to tell you stories? He said, then I'm not going to fight. Because when you came as Ramchandra and when we were fighting with Ravan's army, you used to tell us stories and that kept us motivated. We were so excited to hear the stories, as well as we are fighting and we are hearing from you, we are fighting, we are hearing from you. It was so entertaining. I want the same entertainment here. And Krishna says, it's difficult. Hanumanji says, okay, fine, I'm not going to fight. Then finally they settle, okay, fine. Krishna says, I'm going to tell you story. And then some, devotees, they say that this whole Bhagavad-gītā was spoken for Hanumanji actually, because he said that you need to tell me stories. So Hanumanji took this Bhagavad-gītā as one of the stories that was actually narrated to Arjun. It is this very beautiful kahavat. I don't know if any one of you remember that Arjun का तो बहाना था, भगवान को भगवद गीता हनुमान जी को सुनाना था, something like that. So that was also one of the reasons why Bhagavad Gita was spoken. So yeah, now coming back to the lesson of Hanumanji. So Hanumanji goes and sits on the flag of Arjun. And Hanumanji, throughout the war, he was so ferocious, he was roaring like a lion, that no one dared to even look at the chariot of Arjun. Hanumanji was not fighting. He was just seated because he wanted Arjun to be the star of the match. Hanumanji was so strong that single-handedly he could have ended the Ramayana war and also the Mahabharata war. Once before the Ramayana war, there was a one-on-one contest between Ravan and Hanumanji. So Ravan knew how strong Hanumanji is. This is after Hanumanji had burned the Lanka. So Ravan said, I know you are strong, but I am also strong. Let's have a one-on-one fight. Now Hanumanji said, see, I am not here to waste my time. Let's settle it in just one punch. I'll punch you and you punch me. They both agreed. Perfect. Very nice. Hanumanji said to Ravan, you punch first. Ravan says, why? He said, because if I punch you first, you will not be alive. So you punch me first. So Ravan goes, okay, fine. Let me punch you. So Ravan, with his, 10 fist, with his all power, he punched Hanumanji. Nothing much happened to Hanumanji. Now Hanumanji said, it's my turn now. Get ready. And then as he's making his fist, Lord Brahma started shaking. And Lord Brahma came with folded hand and he said to Hanumanji that, oh Hanumanji, this is Lord Ramchandra's story. He is the hero, not you. So it is Ramayan, not Hanumanayan. So let Ramji kill Ravan. Hanumanji says, now the fist is prepared. What do I do? He said, please use just 0.0001% of your energy, of your strength. Hanumanji says, so be it. and he punched with 0.0001% of his strength to Ravan, and Ravan fell flat to the ground unconscious for hours and hours. And then he wakes up and says, "Oh Hanumanji, you are very strong." Hanumanji laughs and says, "You haven't seen my strength yet. You were saved by Lord Brahma." So that was the power of Hanumanji. Now, Ravan was very strong. There is no comparison between Ravan and this Mahabharat war. He was very strong. That is a different era. If Hanumanji can kill Ravan with one punch, just imagine what he can do in the Mahabharat war. But sometimes what Hanumanji is teaching us is we have to become invisible leader. In Ramayan, Hanumanji was visible leader. He led the army, he fought personally, and he became the hero of Ramayan. Lord Ram gives the entire credit of Ramayan to Lord Hanuman. But when the same Lord Hanuman comes with the same strength in a war second time, he is not fighting. He is just backing up the star soldier. So he wanted Arjun to be the man of the match. And this is what we all must learn from this story, from this lesson, that we may be good at many things, but sometimes when a junior walks in, it is their day to shine. We should just take a back seat and we must become invisible leader and they should become the main leader. We are having their back. If they, need our help, we'll be there to help them. But let them lead the show. You be on the backside. Because in this cutthroat competition world, everyone wants to show off. I am the best. I can do this. Yes, you may be the best, but give others the chance as well. So, this is the lesson from Hanumanji, that he was the visible leader in Ramayan, but he is an invisible leader in Mahabharata. Now, remember, as I told you, no one dared even to look at the chariot of Arjun because Hanumanji was roaring like a lion. So they were so afraid, but still Arjun was the star of the show. Arjun fought the entire battle. And at the end of the battle, Krishna tells to Arjun that it was Hanumanji actually, because of whom we won this war. So this is what our invisible leader does. So it's time. I am going to stop at this verse. So remember, we are in the 20th. We just covered the 20th. We'll be beginning from the 21st verse from the next time. If there is any question, you can all raise your hands. So Vedas, is that for question?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, please go ahead.
Prabhu, thanks for the class. Prabhu, one of the names of Krishna, Shri Krishna, is Rishikesh, controller of our senses.
Mm-hmm.
And we also hear that we are not the doers, we are just the witness in this body. So when we see that someone's senses are out of control, why do we blame that person?
Because there is minute independence, okay? And that minute independence is used for all our desires. For instance, if I desire, if I am, let's say, sick, I have flu, and I desire to eat ice cream right now. Now, we cannot blame it on Krishna that, oh, Krishna wants to eat ice cream. Hey, Ashani, is it true? No. I want to eat ice cream because I have this minute independence and I have this desire. Tomorrow, I have to give a very important exam, and today I am playing cricket. I cannot put it on Krishna that, Krishna controlling my senses asked me to play cricket. No, it was my desire. So always understand that we have this minute independence, and Krishna actually, he gives us a clue. If we are about to do something wrong, we will get that feeling that this is not correct. So that is Krishna giving us indication that don't do this, but still we go ahead doing that. That is our choice actually. Okay, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any other question? So is everyone okay with the pace? Do you think we are too slow, or do you want me to go at a fast pace? Aishani, what do you think? The pace is okay for you, or we are just too slow?
I think probably we're a bit too slow.
We are too slow? Okay. Ankota Prabhu, what about you?
I think the pace is perfect. It's
Yeah.
fine.
So,
Are we
Ashani,
ready to
remember
go?
there are people who are here for the first time. You are here for the second time, right?
Yes, I am
No?
second. Yeah.
You are here for the second time. Ashani is here for the first time, are you? But you already know the stories, do you? Okay. So what about you, Sabri, Ria? Is the pace okay for you, Dylan?
Yeah, I think it's alright.
Yeah, it's okay for me.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Now, one more thing before we wrap up here is from the 8th of October, we have the most auspicious Kartik Damodar month. Okay. From the 8th of October to the 5th of November. Now, this, sometimes we have this Black Friday sale, we have Christmas sale, we have Easter sale, or some other, in India, we have Diwali sale. What happens is the same thing, the prices are down for the same items, for the same products. Similarly, during this time from 8th of October to the 5th of November, there is a spiritual sale and everything is off by 100%. Like everything is 100% off. So whatever small things we do in this Kartik month, that is going to give us 100% result. Okay. So I would request all of you, there are few do's and don'ts. If tomorrow we have Mangal Aarti in the temple, I'll be giving the lecture about that. If not, then a very few things that we can do is that start chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. If you are not chanting, just take up the beads, or even if you don't have beads, with your fingers you can do at least 108 times. Okay, so you do that because 100% sale, just 1 month of Kartik, and I can promise you, spiritually you will go ahead with like 5 years ahead if you just follow few things. Second thing is there is a very beautiful prayer called Damodar Ashtakam. So every day, either in the morning or in the evening, if both times, great, or just in the morning or the evening, if you could show one lamp, lamp out of ghee or oil, whatever it is, and show it to, if you have a photo of Krishna, put it in front of photo of Krishna. Either you play, I will share the lyrics on the group. So you either sing along. It's beautiful. I am sure once you hear it, you cannot stop yourself from singing it. So you sing it either in the morning or in the evening by showing that diya. So if you just do these two small things, I assure you that spiritually you will be charged. Okay, so please do that. I'll stop with a very small story here. One of our great acharyas called Sanatan Goswami, he tells this story that once there was in during this month of Kartik, there was a mushika. Mushika means a female mouse, and she was very hungry one evening, and she stumbles upon one of the temple of Lord Krishna, and there someone had lit this lamp in the evening because they were singing this Damodar Ashtakam. They lit the lamp, and this mouse somehow makes her way onto where the light was coming from, and she thought that that yellowish light is a fruit, and she wanted to eat that fruit. So she goes, and when she tries to eat, the mouse has fur on their body, right? So the fire caught the fur, and as the fire caught the fur, she was agitating, and she started, going here there for her life, and it appeared that she is dancing, and then she quits her life. She dies. As she dies, she gets liberated and she goes back to Krishna's abode, Golok Vrindavan Dham. End of all the reincarnations. No more birth, no more old age, no more disease, no more death. End of life. Accidentally, she goes on and she sees that thing she wants to eat. She asks Krishna, how did I become liberated and come back to you? So Krishna is so merciful. He says people come and they offer me few things. Sometimes they offer me flower costing 5 euros, 10 euros. Sometimes they come with sweets. Sometimes they give me donation 500, 100 euros, whatever it is. But you donated your complete body to me. And you were dancing as you were donating your body to me. So you see, any small thing that we do for Krishna on this month is going to give us the best result, because this month is the favorite month of Krishna's favorite person, Radharani, Kartika, called as Kartik month. So I'll pray to everyone, I'll request everyone that please try to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, at least 108 times. If you can chant it more times, do that. And Damodar Ashtakam either in the morning or in the evening with one lamp in front of Krishna's photo. Okay. So with that, I'm going to stop here. We'll have the next session on Ashani's birthday next Saturday, and we'll see the time actually. And we have another lecture as well. So we'll see either it will be the 11th or the 12th. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Thank you all for your time. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji. Thank you.
Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you.